Young love versus mature love. Passion and intensity compared to stability and emotional security. Love changes as we change. At 16, love feels like lightning. At 30, love feels like gravity. Both are powerful. Both can shape your life, but they move differently through the heart. Young love is intensity. It is the rush of adrenaline when your phone lights up with their name. It is staying awake past midnight just to talk about nothing and everything. It is feeling like the world has narrowed down to one person, and that person is your entire universe. Young love thrives on passion. It is spontaneous. It is impulsive. It is fueled by chemistry and curiosity. When you are young, emotions are louder. Attraction feels magnetic. Separation feels unbearable. A simple disagreement can feel like a disaster. A simple compliment can feel like proof that you matter. Young love often asks, "How do I feel right now?" And in that stage of life, feelings are everything. You are still discovering who you are. Your identity is forming. Your confidence is fragile. So when someone chooses you, it feels like validation. When someone leaves, it can feel like rejection of your entire self. Young love is not shallow. It is sincere. It is wholehearted. It is brave in its own way. But it is often unstable because it is built on emotion before foundation. It moves quickly, it burns brightly, and sometimes it burns out just as fast. Now compare that to mature love. Mature love is steadiness. It does not always arrive with fireworks. It may not make your heart race in panic or excitement. Instead, it feels calm. It feels safe. It feels like you can exhale fully when you are around someone. Mature love often asks, how do we grow together? It is less about constant excitement and more about consistent presence. In young love, you might fear silence. In mature love, silence feels peaceful. In young love, arguments can feel like threats. In mature love, disagreements become conversations. Mature love understands that passion is important, but emotional security is essential. It is choosing someone not just when the mood is right, but when life is hard. It is staying during difficult seasons. It is communicating instead of assuming. It is apologizing without ego. Where young love says, "I need you," mature love says, "I choose you." That difference changes everything. Young love often seeks intensity. It wants to feel alive. It wants dramatic highs and meaningful moments. It confuses turbulence with depth because chaos feels powerful. Mature love understands that stability is not boring, it is strength. It knows that trust is built slowly, that respect is shown daily, that loyalty is proven in ordinary moments, not grand gestures. In young love, you may fall for potential. In mature love, you value character. Young love focuses on how someone makes you feel. Mature love focuses on who someone truly is. This does not mean mature love lacks passion. It simply expresses passion differently. Instead of constant butterflies, it offers reassurance. Instead of dramatic declarations, it offers consistent action. Instead of obsession, it offers partnership. Young love is often about discovery. It teaches you what excites you. It shows you what hurts you. It reveals your insecurities. It introduces you to heartbreak. And heartbreak, though painful, is a teacher. It shows you the difference between attention and effort, between attraction and respect, between intensity and compatibility. Without young love, many people would not recognize mature love when it appears, because mature love can feel quieter. It may not sweep you off your feet. It may not demand constant reassurance. It may not make you question your worth every week. Instead, it feels like standing on solid ground. There is emotional safety in mature love. You don't have to guess where you stand. You don't have to compete for affection. You don't have to prove your value every day. You are accepted not for who you might become, but for who you are. Young love often fears loss. Mature love builds security. Young love can be possessive because it feels fragile. Mature love is confident because it is built on trust. One reacts quickly, the other responds thoughtfully. One is driven by emotion alone, the other balances emotion with responsibility. But here's something important to understand. Young love is not wrong, and mature love is not superior. They represent different stages of emotional development. Young love is like a spark that teaches you your heart can ignite. Mature love is like a steady flame that teaches you your heart can endure. One shows you your emotional depth, the other shows you your emotional discipline. And sometimes young love can grow into mature love, but only if both people grow with it. Growth requires self-awareness. It requires accountability. It requires learning how to manage conflict without running away from it. Feelings alone are not enough to sustain a relationship long-term. Passion may start the story, but emotional security writes the chapters that last. As we get older, we often realize that what once felt exciting may not feel safe, what once felt intense may not feel stable, and stability begins to matter more. Not because we love less, but because we love wiser. Mature love understands that real intimacy is not just about closeness, it's about consistency. It is showing up. It is keeping promises. It is building something that doesn't collapse when emotions fluctuate, because emotions always fluctuate. Excitement rises and falls, attraction shifts, life becomes complicated, but commitment, true commitment, is a decision made again and again. Young love is about feeling deeply. Mature love is about loving deeply and responsibly. One feels like a storm, the other feels like shelter. And the journey from one to the other is not about losing passion. It's about learning that the strongest love is not the loudest. It is the one that stays.